Yo, yo, yo. We're now going to talk about chapters 14 through 15 in the Iliad. Alright, guys, so once again, we've talked about this every time, but these should be vocab words that you did not know as you were reading, and don't limit yourself to 3. It could be more, and you're going to use context clues or root words to help you find those synonyms, okay? On the formative that you have coming up, it is going to ask questions, kind of like we did in our Jeopardy review as well. So make sure that you're actually doing this part of your packet. This should not be blank, right? It should be words that you don't know and you and your partner went through and took a guess at what it means based on your context clues, okay? So make sure you have that for both chapters 14 and 15. Cool. So now let's talk next about that cause and effect, see what's going on here. So chapter 14 is war, right? And so once again, we had some shady stuff going on. People were being sneaky. Now we're back to that war, okay? So the Greeks swept eagerly over the plain toward the city walls. So Zeus promised to give the Trojans strength. So we see the gods in this kind of switching back and forth. We know that Zeus interferes. His wife is very upset about it. We'll see more of that later too. But we see, again, kind of the idea of the gods playing a role in the fate of the people here, okay? The effect of that, of Zeus's decision here, is that Paris, he wounded a guy named Machaon. That's Achilles' friend, and the Trojans attacked the beach where the Greeks camped, okay? So we have back and forth again in that battle, and we're just kind of seeing who comes out on top, all right? Next one is omens. So again, like we talked about in Julius Caesar, omens are going to come up a lot in this, especially with the gods interfering as much as they do, okay? So here, number 1, the cause is Zeus sent an omen that he was on the Greek side, and the Trojans, because of that, gained a foothold, okay? And that means just kind of, an advantage in war. The effect of that is Hector. So we know a lot about Hector, being that fierce warrior that he is. Hector and his men brought panic to the Greeks as they fled between the curving ships. So here, again, it's just the gods interfering, basically trying to kind of throw off the course of war. Okay? All right, so let's look at that figurative language. There was quite a bit in chapters 14 through 15. There's a lot going on in there, okay? So first, the metaphor, the old fox. So it's kind of similar to what we just saw in our last chapters. But again, it's comparing, not using like or as, all right? Simile, like hounds about to be unleashed, all right? Hyperbole, arrows rained. Like if arrows were literally raining outside, that would be insane, right? So it's an exaggeration. And then personification, it's giving the idea that hell is running loose, and so it's giving the idea that a place is doing something that a person would do, running, right? So that would be personification for that, okay? So guys, take this time to really study for that formula that we have coming up, chapters 7 through 15, and make sure you're using your packet check wisely to get that accomplished. Peace!